Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day, wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to another opposition preview for you guys this evening. Of course, as you can see, I am joined by a very special guest, and that is John Sinclair. John, how are we? It's very much a pleasure to have you on. How are we tonight? Hopefully, you're having a good night.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm big up to you, my guy. I mean, I can't hi to you, Carlton. I hope you're well,
Worries.
and I'm really looking forward to the show on this. So, and I haven't been on the live, so recorded for quite a while now. So last week, and that was about it. But I do different things. So yeah,
that's absolutely. It's great having you on, mate. Of course, we're going to be talking all things Newcastle. We'll get, again, obviously John's thoughts on, of course, Newcastle season and, of course, many other things surrounding Newcastle United. But we'll dive straight into it, John. Of course, obviously, Newcastle fifth in the Premier League at the moment, as time of recording, of course, obviously looking, obviously more recently, obviously watching the Forest game earlier on. Again, it seems like Newcastle have had, again, going forward, are very, very good, but defensively, it seems like there's just something missing there. Of course, I know that injuries are a big thing at the moment, but how, in your opinion, has Newcastle's season's been so far? Would you say it's been a good season, a bad season? Well, it's certainly a good season. You are in a cup final, to be fair, but how would you rate Newcastle's season so far?
I thought this season, I mean, it's been a bit of mix and match, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. I mean, listen, I mean, there are some games that's been good, and there are some games that's been really, really poor. I can't even lie. I mean, of late, right? I mean, look, winning a lot of games, right? I mean, I think we've drawn 1-9 and lost 3, and 10 and lost 3 now. But the bottom line is, we're playing well, but losing Botman is a massive, massive blow. And then we've got 2 30-plus-year-olds at the centre-back, Fabian Schär. Personally, I will not give him a new contract. And Dan Burn, I'm not so sure why he's signed his new contract anyway. So, for me, Eddie Howe loves his favourites at the football club. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the back four, you got the full-backs are good, Livermento and Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall's been outstanding. He's been really good. And if you look at it, I mean, Livermento, I mean, he's hot and cold for me. As when we're going forward, he's great. But at times, he needs to get the balls in early, sort of thing. You know, crosses, that's been great. And the midfield, I mean, Bruno, I mean, it's not the vintage Bruno Guimaraes this season. And I'm still waiting that to come back on Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah, I love him. But some of the games has been poor. Some of the games have been all right. Joe Linton, I think Joe Linton's been great this season. I like Joe Linton. Do you know what I mean? Gets put a lot of times, but for me, you know, on this day, he's absolutely fantastic. The only thing lets him down a bit is the shooting. That's all it is. And then you got Joe Willock. I mean, injuries has passed him by. I mean, he's done all right, but I mean, not one of his best seasons, I'm afraid. Did all right on Sunday, though, I'm not going to lie. And Lewis Miley, I want to have this guy in every single week. Yeah. Alongside Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton. Lewis Miley's name should be first on the team sheet. Yeah. That guy is going to come brilliant. Do you know what I mean? And if he does get enough games, right? If Eddie Howe keeps picking Sean Longstaff over Lewis Miley, my advice to Lewis Miley, brother to brother, right? If he's my agent, I'd say, look, go to Germany, play for Dortmund, play for Leipzig. You'd be better over there. Look at all these English players going to Germany has been successful. You know what I mean? Go over there, learn your trade over Germany, come back a better player. Yeah? Because I don't want Lewis Miley to suffer. He's 18 years old. I don't want to see this guy suffering. Yeah? So I'm not going to go too deep on him because for what I've watched him, it's been good. The fun thing, Anthony Gordon, I think he's had a good season to me. On this day, he could be a world beater. But at times, you know, have some soft days, but I do like Anthony Gordon. Jacob Murphy, he's been a shining light to me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, okay. He was awful, gave away the ball away for the first goal for our scored, but made up for it, put us 2-1 up. But he's got some important goals this season, Jacob Murphy, yeah, of those tap-ins as well. And Harvey Barnes, for me, I sell him in the summer. It's not because he's crap. I just want him to get some game time. I don't want to be in second best and soften a lack of game time. We do need to sign him, But now, I think you need to get rid of him at the end of the season so he could start spending some money. And the main man himself, ISAK, that guy has been amazing, Connor. Absolutely amazing. And
how much do you
tell
want
you
for
what, we need to hang on to it. We're going to be... Well, starting bid is 150 mil. For me, I don't want to sell him. I'd rather sell him to more money to an English club. Now, I want to sell him for less money to a foreign club than more for an English club. I don't want to see Alexander ISAK play for another British club. I really don't. Because I tell you what, he's a world-class striker that we've got. If you are going to be ambitious, if you are going to be winning things and start to win things, a challenge for top 4, then we must keep ISAK at all cost. But the problem is, though, Connor, the Premier League are to blame here. We can't spend money. We cannot spend. So if we sold ISAK, we cannot spend money. Then who's going to play up front? Callum Wilson. Yeah? And I'm sorry, but I love Callum Wilson, but he's too injury prone. And I think for me, he needs to be away. I'm not going to lie. And Osola, I'll probably keep him, but play him on the right side of mid. For me, I don't see him as a centre forward. I see him on the right side of mid on the wing, so he can use his pace. Yeah. And I think there's a player in there, Osola. There's a player in there. But it's a season 1 for him. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to go in too deep on this lad. Yeah. Because I'll give him a second season and make my decision after that. But
yeah,
do you know what it is? I mean, I think Sola's really, really good when he gets on it.
Yeah, no, I think just about. Oh, go on.
But you must keep ISAK at all costs, because if ISAK wants to leave Newcastle to get a replacement, Connor, we must get the real deal. Not a young up and coming striker. No to suspect. I'm not talking about Benjamin Sesko. I think he's really good, but he can get away with it as a real deal. Not an up and coming young striker. We need someone's going to come in, and it's the real deal. Yeah, and Paul Mitchell's got to work his magic now, yeah? And I do not want Dominic Calvert-Lewin at the club. No disrespect. He's injury prone.
Yeah.
Don't want him, yeah? So I don't want Darwin Núñez either. I'm sorry.
No, you got to love Darwin. You got to love Darwin.
He's good. He is good, but he misses so many chances for you guys. You need a number 9. You really need a number 9. Darwin Núñez, I'm sorry, he ain't the answer for you, mate.
Well, if you want to do a swap deal for ISAK, I'd take that any day of the week.
Hey!
But no, you speak.
Go and see
anyhow,
ISAK.
No, but you're speaking about Alexander ISAK, and I was going to ask you more in depth about him because, look, I think obviously for you guys, it's obviously more. It's probably frustrating, I think, with yous for how, first of all, how good he is, but also, every single month or every single transfer window, there is some sort of link getting him away from Newcastle. I think obviously Arsenal links consistently. Obviously now Liverpool links coming up a little bit more. But of course, that's tentative with, of course, obviously with him being so good at the minute. And for me, this season, he has been the best striker in the league. But how is that, as a Newcastle fan, with it being so, so forced a little bit, in terms of, again, like, oh, ISAK is going to leave. Now, I think for me, from the outside looking in, I think Liverpool, I'd love Liverpool to go and sign Alexander ISAK, but I think the only way that happens is if you don't get Champions League. I think there's so many factors into it before you even think about him. And then you've got the money scenario side of it. But first of all, what's your thoughts, obviously, on ISAK's season? And are you a bit annoyed about the consistent links with him, getting away from Newcastle?
Connor, I mean, it's been going on not just every week, it's going on every day, right? And we as a fan base are just getting kind of sick of it. I mean, Piers Morgan gets go and get ISAK, yeah? All the time, every day, yeah? But he's our player. He's got, what people have to understand is, we hold the cards, we hold all the aces here, not 4s and 5s, we hold all the aces, yeah? He's got 3 years left on his contract after this season, right? So we can take control of that, yeah? What to be? And it's just clubs after clubs. I mean, you've got Barca, Real Madrid want him, Arsenal want him, you guys want him as well. But if you go back, say, 10 years ago, right, chairmen will come out and say, this player is not for sale at any price. Let it go. And it's just cut the whole thing dead. I think our owners should come out and say, Alexander Isak is not for sale at any price. Definitely not for sale at any price, mate, because this is just getting tiresome now. It's unsettling the player. It's unsettling his performances. And his head could be turned. I like Isak, and I don't think he's that kind of person going to kick up a storm and say, I want to leave, yeah? But he's just said there, if you don't get Champions League, then I think it could be out of our hands. I hope it's not the case. But Alexander Isak's got to ask the question, would he be loved by a different club? He will not be loved like he is now. Do you know what I mean? Don't forget, we give him the opportunity to come to the Premier League. Yeah, when we bought this guy, I was absolutely shocked because this guy could be the real deal. Yeah, and he is the real deal. Yeah, and I tell you what, I mean, I'd offer a new contract and make it the highest paid player in Newcastle's history. Do you know what I mean? To do that, we have to get rid of the deadwood players. I'm sorry, but you got players like I said, I mean, Fabian Schär, as much as I love him, he can go. Yeah, Matt Target, goodbye. Sean Longstaff, goodbye. Yeah, Callum Wilson, great servant, he can go as well. Yeah, so that's 4 players right there. I mean, look at the goalkeeper situation. Yeah, Dubravka's going to sign a new 1 year. He signed a new 1 year deal, right? I mean, Trippier could be on that list as well. I love Trippier out of bits. Yeah, he'd be 35 in September. 35. Yeah, we should have took that money when Bayern Munich offered us 18 mil. Yeah, we should have took that money, used the 18 mil, and got a proper baller on the right hand side of midfield, or another centre back with a bit of pace at the back. We're lacking at pace at the back. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Dan Burn, I love him. On his day, he defends properly. What I saw of him on Sunday, second half especially, it was like Bambi on ice. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Giving a ball away, tripped over his own ball. Fabian Schär should have cleared that ball away when Fowles got the third goal. But if you go back on Isak, right, I mean, he is the mainstay. I'd rather sell Bruno Guimaraes over Isak every day of the week. No disrespect to Bruno Guimaraes. I love him, right? But you got to hang on to your best striker. And that's what we've got. We've got a world-class striker. And world-class strikers don't come up often. They're hard to find.
Yeah, no, I'd 100%
I mean, I could give you 10 world-class strikers now.
I think Isak would be in that,
crazy.
for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is world-class. Because if Arsenal had Isak, they would have beat us in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, they would have easily beat us in the Carabao Cup because they got Isak up front. Yeah, and Isak, 2 great games against Arsenal every single time. He loves playing against Arsenal. He does.
Yeah. I think Isak is like for me, like I think any club that gets him, or like if they were to get him in the summer, I think that would be a huge move. Like either way, like if Arsenal was to get him, like I think that could tip them over the scale in terms of winning the Premier League, you know, with them finally getting that. But of course, you know, like you said, I think Newcastle are going to be asking obviously minimum, at least if that was a possibility, 150. You could even possibly go up to 200 million, which I think, again, Newcastle in their rights to do. Like you said, contracts there, everything is there for Newcastle, to be fair. But I want to quickly move on in terms of another forward. You mentioned him a bit earlier on in terms of Anthony Gordon. Now, of course, obviously he was linked with Liverpool back in the summer. Of course, obviously in the whole PSR saga that was at the end of June. Like, for you, has he improved from last season, or do you think he's kind of taken a step back? Because obviously a lot of things during the summer, and I think a lot of conversation around was, again, his goals and assists did come against, you know, the top 6 teams, or come, you know, against pretty much everyone above the top half of the Premier League. But for you, would you say he's got better, or do you think he's kind of, you know, stayed the same or worse in your opinion?
I would say personally stayed the same, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, when he first came and got his Champions League, he was key. Yeah, but every time I watch Anthony Gordon, I love this player. I think this guy's exciting, especially on the left hand side. He's skillful, trickery, and he runs up players as well. Yeah, and I love Anthony Gordon to bits. Yeah, a lot of people were skeptical when we got this guy. Yeah, but always give players a chance. Yeah, would he be my first choice at the time? Probably not. But as long as he plays black and white, I'll support that player. Yeah, as long as he performs week in, week out. Anthony Gordon, right, should be playing for England every single game, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he's slightly improved, and this guy could be the answer. Could be found that position for the next 10 years for Newcastle United. Yeah, if anyone gets Anthony Gordon, right, you look at over 100 mil, and that's the problem. On his day, he could be a world beater, and he's so exciting. He's improved since he's left Everton. Yeah. And Everton fans, the way they treated him is absolutely disgusting. It really is. I went to Goodison Park, right? And the abuse he got was absolutely unbelievable. And you know what? We look after him. We don't treat players like that the way Everton fans does. Do you know what I mean? And there are some good Everton fans out there. Believe me. But I love Anthony Gordon. And you know what? He's got to be on it tomorrow. He's got to be on it tomorrow to show us that he can do it against a bigger team. At St. James's, I thought he was excellent. He should have scored. That's the problem with Anthony Gordon. When he gets the chances, he misses easy chances, yeah? That is the problem. But if he can get that finishing right, score lots more goals for us, then Anthony Gordon would be fantastic. For me, if you give him marks out of 10 since he's been at the club, yeah, overall, I would give him... A lot of people would probably give him a 9.5. I'm going to give him a 9.
I think, like, looking from the outside in, I think, especially, like, obviously, you know, looking into him, obviously a lot more, you know, with him getting linked to Liverpool back in the summer. Of course, for now, you know, I know you mentioned, obviously, you know, the way Everton treat him. For me, he'll ever be a blue shite at the moment until he joins Liverpool. But I think, you know, I think though he is a very, very good player. You know, I will give Anthony Gordon that. And I think for me, one of the things I think Newcastle, I think, doesn't really get spoken about highly enough is the midfield. You know, I know you've mentioned in terms of Bruno Gomes and obviously Joe Linton, obviously Tonali. Obviously now I think you finally see it.
Tonali, I mentioned, he's been brilliant. He's been fantastic. And Joe Linton might not be playing tomorrow. I mean, Eddie Howe's come out and said that he's very close alongside Sven Botman. But I can safely say now, I don't think they'll be fit for play tomorrow. I don't think they'll be playing. I think they'll be definitely going to play in a Carabao Cup, but that's another time.
Yeah, no. Well, again, I think that the midfield is, I think Newcastle's, like, again, the first game at St. James's Park, again, a really physical midfield. I think, again, Newcastle's midfield is very, very good in that sense. But I want to quickly ask you as well, in terms of your hopes for Champions League football. You know, we mentioned it briefly on the ISAK stuff, but just taking a look at the league table now, obviously looking at it, Newcastle currently 6th, obviously most likely the 5th place will get Champions League football this season. In your opinion, where are Newcastle in this table? Because for me, I think they will get Champions League football. I think you'll finish 5th, but potentially behind City. But are you confident in getting Champions League football, or do you think, obviously, because it's so tight at the moment in terms of the league table, like, again, just looking at it now, there's like 4 points from 10th to 4th. It's a very very tight race in that bracket. But are you confident in getting Champions League football this season?
It all depends. There are home games. If we can win the home games, right, then, which are quite favourable, I think, looking at it, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I mean, excuse me, but we got some tough games. We've got to play Hughes on Wednesday, this is tomorrow. We've got West Ham away. Then we shouldn't play Palace at home, but we've got Wembley. We've got to play Brentford at home, Leicester away, United at home. And then after United,
that's an easy 3 points.
That's an easy 3 points there. Yeah, it is easy 3 points, my guy. But I think, we've got Palace at home. That'll be tough. We got some tough games, especially at home. I mean, Brentford has improved. Palace has improved. Yeah. United are poor. I mean, that's the worst United team I've seen in years and years and years. I'm not going to lie, but we've got some games coming up. I mean, we don't play City anymore. Spurs anymore. We've still got to play Arsenal away, Brighton away, Chelsea at home, Ipswich at home, Everton at home. And I tell you what, I think we need to keep going. We need to start winning games. But the most thing, though, Connor, we've got to defend properly. We ain't not defending properly. We can see the 3 against Forest. We can see the 2 against Fulham, 4 away at Brentford, 4 home at Bournemouth. Yeah, we are conceding very, very poor goals. And we conceded a couple of poor goals again on Sunday. That needs to be ironed out. The sooner Sven Botman comes back in, the better. He needs to be back. He needs to be fit. That is the thing. Because since he's came back against Arsenal, I thought he's been very impressive. Very impressive. But so yeah, that knee injury again. So he's a miss, a big miss.
I feel like that's something that's a little bit of a problem with Newcastle. I think it's just a general thing, I think, at the moment in terms of the Premier League. But I think injuries obviously are a big one. Obviously, I'm talking about ISAK and Anthony Gordon earlier. I think obviously with ISAK, that's the probably one kryptonite that he has at the moment is the injuries. I think this season he's been good. But obviously past season he's had the little niggle injuries, of course. But I want to get your thoughts then, John. Obviously, taking a look at Liverpool at the moment, what is your thoughts on Liverpool and how we've been this season, and your opinions of Liverpool's season so far?
Yeah, I mean, Arne Slot's coming this season as a new manager, as his face one of the projects. Yeah, I mean, this is Jurgen's team, by the way, but Arne Slot has got plan A, B, C, and D. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, winning games, keeping it tight, very impressive. In fact, they have improved a notch under Arne Slot. Yeah, plays 4-2-3-1. I'll look at the back 4. Van Dijk, Kanate, right? Absolutely fantastic. Kwanzaa, 3 quality defenders there. Kwanzaa's a young defender. Joe Gomez is out for injury at Plymouth, unfortunately for you guys. You got Trent playing better than ever. Yeah, Andy Robinson, very experienced. You got the midfield. You got Gravenbach. Is it Gravenbach?
Yeah, Gravenberch. Yeah, Gravenberch
McAllister. He is quality, and when he's fit, he is quality. And Curtis Jones, when he behaves himself, he's good in a CDM. And then you got the man himself, Mo Salah, right? That guy should be Ballon d'Or. To be fair, he is fantastic, better than ever. 32 years of age. Better than ever, yeah. Then you got Cody Gakpo as well. Cody Gakpo. Tell you what, he's taking the Premier League by storm. 6'3", so direct with the ball. Scores some lovely goals as well. Watch out for him, yeah. Then you got Jota when he's fit. He's a wonderful player. And then you got Luis Diaz again when he's fit. And then when you got up front, you got Darwin Núñez when he starts scoring goals. I hope he plays tomorrow, Connor. I hope he does tomorrow, man. Then again, what do I know? I mean, if I say he's got a player, he'll probably score a hat-trick against us, yeah? But he looks, I mean, he's brilliant on Slot. I'll see Arne Slot being at your club for the next 10 years at least because he loves that football club. He loves that football club. I can't see him leaving Liverpool at all whatsoever. I think 10 years at least for that guy. I think this guy, was he 36? A young manager, right? Comes in, rocks up, and he's done the job. That guy is absolutely brilliant. I know people's going to say that's a young club side, but he's got to do it with his own team. But I think this guy is the real deal. When you think of Super Duper Mick, right? 5 years, spent 800 M's, right? And still couldn't get also with a line. He should be sacked. I'm not going to lie. I don't like Arteta. He should be sacked, yeah? He ain't good enough, yeah? But Arne Slot's coming. He's going to win the Premier League in his very first season, yeah? And not many people come and do in their first seasons, like Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, they've done their first season. I think Randy Evie as well did in his first season Leicester, right? So,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did in his first season Leicester, yeah, because Pearson Nigel got sacked, did he? So, I think if you look at them, the football you're playing, it's just rock and roll football. I mean, it's a changeover from Klopp to Jurgen to Arne. But I'll tell you one thing, the Liverpool fans are brilliant. They really are brilliant, yeah. Especially at the Cup. I've been there last season. We lost 4-2. Connor, under the lights, is absolutely magic. I mean, if you ask me the best atmosphere, right, for me, it's got to be Newcastle, Celtic, Liverpool. Yeah? Under the lights, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've been Atletico Madrid early in the season against Lille in the Champions League from my channel, yeah, for the Match Day vlog. The video's out there. Absolutely fantastic. Even though they lost 3-1. But Liverpool, man, I think he'll do it again, mate. He'll win the title this season.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping so. And I'm hoping it is 20 times for the Reds, of course, anyway. But going on to score prediction, obviously, I know we're going to differ on this, but what would be your score prediction for tomorrow's game for Newcastle Liverpool?
It depends what Eddie picks. I mean, he'll pick the same team. Yeah. My only concern is he might play 5 at the back. If he does that, you're conceding defeat. Yeah. Okay. People say like, oh, we did that against Arsenal in the second leg. No, we didn't. It's a 4-3-3. Yeah. It looks as a back 5. It's not. But the only hope I've got, you're going to get 2 ways. Take a draw or a valid defeat. Yeah. I don't think you'll win, mate. I'm going to say 3-1 to Liverpool, but I hope we don't get slaughtered, mate. I really don't. They're going to be too good. But the only way, we got to start well. We will have to start well. If it's 3 each, like it was at St. James's, I'll take it.
I won't. Like, I hated that game. It was probably the most entertaining game of the season, but I won't take that first half. Again, thank you very much. I didn't like that at all.
That first goal for me, that first goal from ISAK was absolutely mint, wasn't it? That first goal from 20 yards, top corner, top bins.
Nobody stopped
it. Should have gone 2-3 up. Nah, not at all. Allison might have done, but
yeah, I keep forgetting that Allison wasn't in that game. It was Kelleher, wasn't it? In that game in particular. Anyway, but I think we're going to leave it there for tonight, guys.
Okay.
Big thank you for everyone for tuning in. Big up to John as well. Obviously, if you've got anything coming up on the channel that you want to give a shout out to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, if you give me first off, thanks so much for having me on. I'm on John Sinclair TV. That's my channel. I used to do live shows and previews, but because of the bigger NEFC podcasters, I just kind of compete. So I'm doing something different. What I do now, Connor, I do around the grounds, which I do around the country. The last 3 games I've done is Newcastle, but I didn't vlog. But what I did, I went to Scotland. I did Glen Morton against Falkirk, and I've done Partick Thistle against Airdrie. The last 2 games I did up in Scotland, but I do different stadiums like non-leagues, League 1s and 2s. I do like non-league football as well, which is worth having a look. Because the thing is, though, when I do that, it gives that non-league club exposure to get that channel out there and the name out there. Yeah. So I'm doing Hartlepool on Saturday against York City, and that should be a cracking game. I'm looking forward to it, man. But I do around the grounds. Do check my channel out, John Sinclair TV, and it's worth having a look. I'll do hospitalities as well, so interview with the fans and just do me vlogs, and that's what I do.
Absolute pleasure, man. Obviously, everybody, the links will be in the video description down below. They will be the top 2 links. Obviously, go and check John, obviously on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And of course, go and check out John's channel as well. But thank you very much, John, for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure, my friend. But yeah, guys, let us know your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below, of course, for Newcastle and Liverpool. Of course, let us know your score predictions and everything else in the comments down below. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Ta-ra.